Hola everyone, it's Janet. I haven't videotaped a tutorial in quite some time. Been very busy, and then I got wrapped up with all the swaps and stuff like that, and I wanted to apologize to my subbies who have asked me to do some tutorials on certain things that I have shown previously. One of the number one things that people have inboxed me for a while now is my glue gun holder. And this glue gun holder I have had for about 2 years, I want to say. 2 to 3 years. Yeah, for about 2 years, I believe. And it has been durable, lasted, never given me a problem. I made it myself, and I guess every time when I filmed something, people were kind of drawn to it and wanted to know how I made it. And so I do apologize for neglecting your request. It wasn't intentional. Sometimes you get wrapped up in things and completely forget. Or don't have time in my case. So I wanted to show you guys a brief tutorial on how to make this stand. You can use a piece of cardboard, if you have it in hand, or you can use a piece of chipboard. I am going to use a chipboard. This was actually created with pieces of cardboard, and so I had an extra piece of chipboard here, and so I figured I'd just use it to see how it comes out. And I mean, it stands pretty good. It's never fallen, never been a fire hazard to me or anything to this day. So here he goes. Let me show you guys. I'm just moving a few things out of the way. Been very busy today trying to catch up with a lot of demands. I finished doing a picture frame that I'll probably show you guys at the end, and it's for a swap that I did with Annie. Well, that I'm doing with Annie. So let me just show you guys really quick. I don't want to get off the topic. So this basically measures, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I didn't do the pre-measurements. It's about 6.5 by 6.5. Not that big. I mean, you don't need as big. You can probably go a little bit smaller depending on how big you want it. So try it out if you like this dimension, and see for yourself if it works for you. If not, then you can always shorten the dimension. I'm just going to show you a simple way of making a stand. So you have a 6 by 6 or 6.5 chipboard or cardboard. What you want to do is you want to at least do about an inch you want to fold. So you're going to score about an inch. Hopefully this will score for me, but you want to make sure that the score is pretty good but doesn't peel, break your chipboard. I don't know how it's gonna do with this chipboard, so I'm trying it out with you guys. Hopefully it does, and if it does, then I'll just start over again. And you're just gonna do that all around, so about an inch all around. And this is just basically, it's almost like creating a box. If you're savvy and know how to create a box, then you'll have no problems making this. So I have this here, and I scored it all around, and now you're just going to basically fold in your score lines. Hopefully this will work out for me without breaking. I don't think it's going to work. I think it's just going to tear on me, but either way. And you're going to do it all on your 4 edges. And now that I'm trying this out and seeing the results that I'm getting as I am bending my board, I highly recommend not to use a chipboard because of this, okay? Because the fact is that you want it to be durable, and you don't want it to be fire hazard. And I think this chipboard, it kind of like breaks here, you know, and so I don't want the glue gun to fall over on you guys. So I would use a cardboard. Cardboard has more durability. So either way, I'm just going to continue so you guys can get the gist of it. I'm just going to cut from one score line to the other, and actually I'm going to use my X-Acto knife because the scissors is not strong enough. And I'm just going to cut this little piece here on all four sides from the beginning of the score line. So you're going to cut from the bottom to the first score line, and you're going to do that on all four. Okay. And here's the part where I highly recommend that you decorate your box beforehand, unless you want to have to cut every individual piece. I would just literally grab the same size of cardstock, same size, and just cover it before you start gluing everything together. That's just my suggestion, but you know, you guys try it out. Feel free to make any changes. So after I have decorated my box and, you know, glued whatever chip or cardstock I wanted to put on, I'm going to either, you could grab your red sticky tape, and this is the thing that I do, which has lasted me a while. I used red sticky tape and glue gun, hot glue, so that the durability lasts a while. And like I said, this has lasted me 2 years, so you know, I've done a good job when it comes to that. So you just basically want to adhere all four corners, okay? So I'm just going to do this with you guys really quick, because there are a bit more steps that I want to make sure I cover before the end of the video. And I'm just going to do all four corners. I'm going to put a good amount. If you don't have red sticky tape, make sure, I mean, if you have two different types of glue, use those. And if you only have hot glue gun, then just use a good amount. And just hold on to it for a little bit until it seals. And my box is basically already for me, okay? And it's not a box, it's basically my stand. Alright. So now that I have my stand, you have your stand. It looks like a regular box, okay? So your stand is completed. Alright, now the next step would be, obviously it's decorated completely. You know, you have your cardstock on it. You know, you can put whatever decorations you want. You know, you can decorate the entire box. However you want to decorate your box, you can do that prior to adhering, or you can do it now and just measure every bit every part. And see, that's the reason why I told you guys to do it ahead of time, because it kind of saves you from having to measure, you know, every part of your box. Alright, so now this is the trick. The bottom of my glue gun has this, okay? And yeah, it's ugly, blah, 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 you know, but the thing about it is nobody's going to see it. And if it bothers you so much, you can just put a cover over it. But what you need to do is you need to grab, and I got it right here, piece of cardboard, chipboard if you want to, but cardboard works just fine. And you want to cut pieces, okay? You want to cut pieces up because you're going to put it in the bottom of your board. It doesn't have to be specific size. It can be just random, long ones, thin ones, whatever. This is what's going to weigh down your box, your stand, excuse me, so that the glue gun is not too heavy for the box, okay? So I cut about five strips, all random. They're not, you know, any specific size. And you just want to go ahead and start gluing the inside. So you want to grab a chunk of glue, and you make sure you're putting a lot of glue on here. Let me grab another glue stick. Put enough glue on here, you guys, because this is what's going to give you the durability, the longevity, I should say. And just press it down. And then do the same thing through all of them, with all of them. Yeah, you're going to use quite a bit of glue. I know, but it's worth it at the end. Okay, I'm only going to do this one, last one, but you want to have at least 5 pieces, and they don't have to be all on the same length. You can, you know, rotate it, make it horizontal. See, so mine's is, you know, all different. And this is weighing my box down, okay? So my stand now has a bit of a weight. So that's why I mean grab like at least 5 or 6 strips and put it down on there. Now, the last part, if you want, like I said, you can grab a piece of cardboard, cardstock, and put it on the bottom to cover the bottom piece so that you don't see this portion. Or you can leave it like that. I mean, I've had it like that. Nobody's going to see it, really. It's up to you. And now the other piece to this, the final piece, is basically, you see on my stand, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it here. I'll turn it over. My stand has another piece of cardboard underneath my glue gun, okay? And so that's basically grabbing another piece of chipboard, cardboard, or whatever. And you want to either use red sticky tape or a lot of glue on here. And you want to glue it down. Make sure that you cover it with the same cardstock that you use, because you want it to be decorative. And just adhere it on here. Okay, and that's going to be the top stand for your glue gun, all right? And my suggestion would be to kind of, if this was standing on here, and I don't have my other glue gun, so I can't demonstrate, but you want to push it a little bit closer to the front of the base or towards the middle, all right? So it's up to you, however you position it. Then the key element to having your glue gun stay stuck to the base is the bottom of the glue gun itself. You see it has like this raw, I don't know, plasticky feel to it, grab your X-Acto knife or something sharp, and on the bottom of the glue gun, make marks. So kind of scrape it up quite a bit, because that's going to allow, when you glue this base down and you're ready to mount your glue gun on top, it's going to allow it to, the glue to actually adhere to the glue gun itself, okay? And so you want to put a lot of glue, and make sure I did this mistake, that's why I chuckle. Don't put the glue all over here, because as you can see, it's only a little piece. You know what I mean? So you really don't need to glue the whole thing. Just glue the center, and put a lot of it though, and then place your glue gun on top. And once you place your glue gun on top, you have your glue stand. So you could continue to decorate it or whatever you want to do with it. And that is the base of the glue gun holder. So I hope that this, I know that it was a bit quick, but I hope that this, short tutorial shows you guys exactly how to make one of these. And it lasts a long time. I know that there are a lot of glue guns out there now that, have a stand on its own or whatever, but 2 years ago I didn't have that, so I made my own. And so for all those that waited patiently for me to make this tutorial, I do apologize, and I hope you guys enjoy, and just be careful out there. It can be flammable. Just don't leave anything plugged in. See, my glue gun is completely black because I always leave it plugged in, but I shouldn't be doing that. So anyways, thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions, just leave me a comment below, and I will gladly answer your questions. And if you want more details or up close information, come visit me at my blog at MzRichful ScrappyChicRoom.blogspot.com. Adios.